Have you ever been sewing a silk fabric and it's puckering, you're getting runs in your fabric, the seam isn't flat, it's bubbling up on you, and you want to rip your hair out? What do? Well, today I'm going to go over a bunch of tips so that way you get beautiful seams when you're sewing different types of silk fabrics. I know silk can be a little intimidating to sew, but if you watch all the way to the end, you're gonna get all the tips you need to sew silk beautifully. And all the tips I'm going to go over today, you can apply to any type of soft, light fabric. It doesn't have to be made out of silk, but silk is extra hard to sew. Today, I'll be demoing with silk charmeuse. Now, silk is the fiber and charmeuse is the type of fabric. And charmeuse is a type of satin weave. I'm demoing on a satin weave today because it's the hardest one to master. And you can also use the tips I'm going to show you on any type of satin fabric, no matter what the fiber content. So before we even start testing our fabric on the machine to change settings on the machine, we need to make sure we have the right type of needle in. So you're going to want to get a really fine, thin needle. I'm going to recommend you get a microtex needle. So this is a really thin needle, and then the eye on it is also very small, and the tip of it is very sharp. So it's going to go right in between those super fine silky fibers. So here's two different brands of microtex needles, and you're going to notice that this one over here, all the needles are a 70-10, and then on this one over here, there's different sizes of the microtex needles. So you've got a 60, a 70, and an 80, whereas this one here is just 70. And for our super fine fabric today, I'm going to use the 60. The smaller the number, the thinner the needle. If you've been enjoying sewing Anastasia, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to learn more about sewing, well, check out my other YouTube videos and check out my online and in-person courses. There's links down below for everything. Now, let's get back to sewing silk. You might be wondering, why does the type of needle matter? Why can't I just leave in my standard needle that I've been sewing with? Well, you could try it out, but good chance it's not going to work. So the really thin needle is going to go in between the really fine weave of the silk. Imagine you're using a denim needle on a silk charmeuse. It's really gonna like open up the fibers and almost leave what looks like a visible hole with the stitch. Even though it's not a hole, it's just spreading the fibers further than they need to be. And it's such a fine weave, so we wanna match that. Also, the shape on the tip of the needle can make a big difference as well. Within all the different types of needles, the tip of them is shaped differently, and this one is specifically shaped to go through fine fabric. There's also a smaller eye on the end of these thin needles, so when you're working with silk, you often want to use a thinner thread, something that's comparable to the weight of your fabric. Imagine denim thread. You don't want to use a heavy denim thread on your silk fabric. And because the fibers in the silk are so thin and delicate, that really thick thread is going to create too much tension on the fabric, and you're going to get a lot of bulk in your seam. So that means choosing the appropriate thread when sewing your silk fabric is really important. Now you might think you want to use silk thread with the silk fabric, but it is very weak, so you might not want to use that because your seams might break apart. Now you could use a cotton thread, but also not as strong as a polyester all-purpose thread. Just make sure it is a thin thread. You don't want to use a really thick thread like a denim thread. So thread comes in different weights, comes in different numbers. So with thread, regular thread is about a 40 or 50. Now the bigger the number means finer the thread, and a smaller number means thicker. So I would definitely suggest trying something on the thinner side. You just don't want to go too thin because obviously it's not going to have any strength. Now that you know what kind of needle and thread you should be using for sewing your silk, let's go over some machine problems that could be happening while you're sewing. We're going to look at some things that might be going wrong and how to fix them and adjust your machine. Real quick, before we move on to the next step, this video is presented by Art Fabrics. Art Fabrics is an amazing fabric printing company that's based out of Canada. You can design a custom print on their website with their tools, or you can create one of your own and send it in. They have tons of fabric qualities to choose from. They have natural fabrics, a bunch of great synthetic fabrics. They even have vegan leathers. I'm super excited about these. And what I'm most excited about is this glitter performance fabric. It glitters and it stretches. Super cool. I've been having fabric printed at Art Fabrics for years, and I love the quality. So if you're looking to have fabric custom printed, definitely check them out. There's a link down below in the description. So here I have 2 pieces of silk charmeuse to make a seam, and I haven't changed any settings on the sewing machine. So we're gonna see how it reacts right now. So when we take a look at the seam I just created, you can see all the little like puckers happening in the fabric. It looks like bumpy almost. So this is telling me that I need to change some things on my sewing machine. And when we open it up, let's take a look at the seam. It's also going to reflect that bumpiness. Even though we haven't ironed it yet, you can see like the little bumps happening there in the seam. So the seam I just created was me running it through the machine without any changes to the machine. Now there are 3 important things that you need to change on your machine to get that perfect stitch. We need to adjust the foot pressure, the stitch length, and the tension on the thread. So in looking at this, I can tell what I need to adjust. So my stitch length is pretty long for this really fine fabric. So when you have a really fine woven silk, you want a shorter stitch length. For the silk charmeuse, I would try 1.5 or 2 and then see how it's reacting. So it's because I got these big wrinkles and creases in between each stitch. So now let's change the stitch length, run it back through, and then see how it's acting. There are some other things that I think we're gonna need to change, but let's do one at a time so you can really see how it's affecting it. So right now my stitch length is 2.5 and I'm gonna turn it down to 1.5. Okay, so we're gonna run this one through. You can already see such a huge difference in that seam. So you can see here by changing the stitch length to make it shorter, the seam has improved greatly. There is way less puckering over here with the shorter stitch length. It's not perfect. We still need to do a few adjustments. So this time we're going to adjust the foot pressure. We're going to make it less, and we're going to change the thread tension. We're also going to make it less. So by having less thread tension, it's going to allow this thread here to relax a little bit more with these tiny stitches in between this delicate fabric. And then by putting less pressure on the foot, it won't be pushing it down as much, which sometimes can create gathers and things. Like, you know, when you want to gather fabric and you make the foot pressure really high, well, we don't want to gather fabric right now, so we make the foot pressure a little less. So now we're going to adjust the thread tension and the foot pressure, and this is going to be in a different spot on your machine, so just figure out where that is on your machine. So adjusting my thread tension is right here, and I'm just going to go down once, which is going to bring it to 4.4, and then I'm going to switch over to the foot pressure. It's currently at 6. I'm going to make it 5.5. So I'm just going one touch down because I didn't have that much problem in my seam, just a little bit. But if you had a really bunchy seam still, you want to go more. So now we're going to create a seam with those new adjustments. So right here's the sample I just sewed up, and you can see how this one is perfectly flat and smooth compared to our last one, which was okay. And what a big difference from the first one to the last one. So we've achieved this wonderful result sewing on the silk charmeuse by using the right needle, the right thread, the right stitch length, the right foot pressure, and the right tension on our thread. So I've ironed the seams open, and you can really see the difference between these seams. Clearly not good. Meh. Okay, stitch length, a little long, a little puckery. This one, super flat, super smooth, nice, tight looking seam. So when sewing silk, don't forget you need to change your needle type, your thread type, adjust your foot pressure, your stitch length, and your thread tension. And you might need to play around with these a little bit to get the perfect settings for the type of silk weave that you're using. So you too can be a silk master. Thank you so much for watching Sewing Anastasia. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video today, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when the new tutorials come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching today. These videos are for you. And don't forget, I teach classes in person and online. There's links down below for everything. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!